Hola mamita, querida, adorada, hermosa. So here is what I would recommend that you do, okay, when you start. We're gonna start with a warm-up to help get your body moving so that we don't cause any injury when we do our workout. It should only take about 5 to 7 minutes, and it's not optional. We have to do it so that we don't injure ourselves. The first thing you can do if you're just at home, you can march in place for about 2 minutes or go for a brisk walk, whatever is easier for you. Just do this for about 2 minutes. You can set a timer on your watch, on your phone. Then we're gonna do arm circles, moving like this, 10 times each way. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then same thing backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna do hip circles, 10 each way. On each leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Then the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. And then bring it in. I also call these opening and closing the gate. So this one is closing the gate, do 10. And then the other leg, 10. Try not to do what I just did where you're like falling everywhere. You wanna try and stay as stable as you can. And then you're gonna do 10 air squats. When you do your squats, you're trying to get the bumpy behind the knee at a 90-degree angle. We're not gonna end here, and we're also not gonna go so low that our butt is to the ground. So when we do these air squats, it's 90-degree angle. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna do 10 push-ups on your knees and spine. We're just trying to keep that core strong so that we're not injuring our back and doing push-ups with our back instead of our arms. So we're down on the knees, hands are next to your chest, and we just push straight up, keeping that body in a nice straight line. We're not dipping, we're coming up like this. And then we're gonna do 5 of these. Sorry, I know I said 10, but I meant 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like that. And that's your warm-up. Okay, for the workout, we're gonna do a weight that you feel like you can do 8 reps with, but once you get to that 8th rep, you're like gassed out and maybe can't do any more. 10 should be the max. If you get to 10 reps and you feel like you still have more in you, you have too light of a weight. If you feel like you cannot get to the 8th rep, you have too much weight. So it's gonna be a little bit of an experimentation at the beginning until you find that weight that you can comfortably do 8 to 10 sets on. Between each set for each workout, you're gonna rest for 60 to 90 seconds, okay? Make sure you take that rest. Your muscles need that rest in order to recover. Without that rest, you're just gassing yourself out. With no recovery, there's no muscle growth. It just keeps tearing and tearing. So we're gonna start with a goblet squat. For these exercises, you need 2 dumbbells. Today I'm using 10-pound dumbbells. If that feels too light for you, get heavier. If it feels too heavy for you, get lighter. It is your weight, okay? And later we'll talk about how we increase the weight. So you're gonna start with only 1 of these dumbbells, and we're gonna do what's called a goblet squat. So you're gonna hold your dumbbell between your hands like this, kind of makes like a goblet shape. And we're gonna do the same movement that we did with the air squat, making sure that when we get all the way down, our butt is behind the knee, as close to that as we can get. We wanna try to avoid ending here, and definitely don't overdo it, okay? Oh, another thing really important when you do your squats, you wanna make sure that your legs are about hip width apart or shoulder width apart. And my knees are always gonna stay open. I like to think about having a rubber band across my knees that I'm trying to keep stretched out. We don't want to let that rubber band slack. Also, your feet are going to be slightly pointed out like a V. They're not straight on, but they're also not way out here, not straight on, not way out here, but a nice natural V shape. And we're gonna go 8 reps for this, for 3 sets. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna rest 60 to 90 seconds and do it again. 8 to 10 reps, rest, 8 to 10 reps, rest. The next workout is a Romanian deadlift. You're gonna need both of your dumbbells. For the Romanian deadlift, we're keeping our legs not locked and straight and not super bent like if we were doing a squat, but just a nice little break in the knee. That's all we're doing here, okay? When we do this, we're thinking of pushing our butt backwards, and you should feel it in your hamstring. This is gonna really help with the pull back of the leg and lifting up that booty too. All right, so butt back. I've got a natural gentle break in the knee, butt back, and I'm just dragging those dumbbells down to a little bit below my knee. Not quite halfway down my shin, but about halfway down my shin. My back is straight. I'm not curving over, right? We wanna keep core engaged. My core is strong. My shoulders are back and down, and my back is straight. And then just come straight back up. We're gonna do 8 to 10 of these. So 8, nice and slow and controlled. 7, feel it pull right back here in that back of the leg. 6, don't let your back arch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for your full 8 to 10 reps. Rest in between your sets, and you're gonna do that 3 times. The next thing we're going to do is a chest press from the floor. So I'm gonna take my mat. You don't have to use a mat, but I am in a gym floor right now, and I'm not about to just lay down on this dirty floor. We're gonna take both of our dumbbells, and from the floor, we're going to press forward. This is a chest press. So our weight is gonna come to about our chest height, and then we're just going to push straight up and straight back down. Whew, don't do that standing, that's tiring. We're gonna start with our weight at about our chest. I'm just relaxing my elbows down against the ground, and we're just gonna go straight up until our elbows are locked. Sometimes I like to do a little tap with my dumbbells. It helps me focus on keeping nice straight arms and strong shoulders, and back down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're gonna rest 60 to 90 seconds. Do that 3 sets total. Next, we're gonna do a single arm row. So you're gonna take 1 dumbbell. If you have a bench or a chair or a table that you can use, this is the time to use it. So I've got my bench here, and we're going to lean over. The hand that we're not working is gonna go down on the bench. The side that we are working, that leg is gonna go back. Give it a nice gentle bend to it. We're not doing anything straight like this. Nice gentle bend to our knee. Again, we're gonna keep a nice straight back like you did for the RDLs. And we're gonna let our shoulder drop and just hang with that weight. And we're gonna pull it straight up so that the dumbbell reaches our chest, and back down all the way to relaxation. 10 on each side, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then switch. Switch legs, switch hands, drop the shoulder until it's completely relaxed, and bring it straight up. Notice I'm just using my arms to do this. I'm not swinging my torso or using any other part of my body. And I've got a nice gentle bend to my knees. just like that. 10 on each side. We're also doing this for 3 sets. Up next, we're gonna do a shoulder press. Normally, we're gonna do these standing. If you feel like you have better balance and coordination while seated, or more strength, seated is totally fine. It does exactly the same thing, okay? So for our shoulder press, we're gonna take both of our dumbbells, we're gonna bring them up to our shoulders, like this, and we're just going to press straight up so that our dumbbells touch. Again, arms are locked. We have a strong, engaged core. I'm not arching my back. That's how you're gonna cause damage. If you're standing, same thing. We are not arching our back. We wanna keep this nice, strong, and engaged, okay? I like to sometimes take a deep breath before I do the push. Breathe in, really feel that core nice and engaged, and then you can relax when you come back up. So, deep breath, strong, and push. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seated does the exact same thing, you just don't use your legs so much. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna do this 8 to 10 reps for 2 to 3 sets. If after 2 sets your shoulders are gassed, stop there, okay? If you feel like you could do another set, add that 3rd set. Next one we're gonna do is called a step up. If you have something that you can step onto, such as a box or a chair or a bench. Normally, I use a box that's about this tall, but I was too lazy to go grab one. So we're gonna do a little one. For these step ups, step up. There's nothing really to it. Depending on what you wanna focus on, if you wanna grow a bigger booty, you're going to lean forward and come straight up like that. If you want to focus more on your quads, you're going to stay a little bit more upright, straight up like that. Either way, you're going to feel it in those quads. But I want you to do 8 on each side. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then switch sides. It should be burning. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't have anything to step up onto, you can also do a reverse lunge. So for our reverse lunge, we start in our normal standing position. We're gonna bring one foot backwards and all the way down till the knee touches. Okay, so we're in kind of like 90-degree angle with this knee, 90-degree angle with this knee, and just come straight back up, almost like a step up. Again, you're gonna feel it in this leg. When you do your lunges, your reverse lunges, be careful to keep your legs straight on. So we just go straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. What I don't want is for you to cross. This is where you're gonna be unbalanced. So if you're doing lunges and you feel like you're getting off balance, it's probably that you need to keep your legs straight on and not let them come back. That's how you're gonna lose your balance. So step ups or reverse lunges, whichever one is better for your situation. And then finally, we're gonna do 2 sets of a 20 to 30 second plank hold. The trick for this as well is to keep your body straight. I don't wanna see arching the back, or most commonly, lifting up the booty. We're gonna keep everything straight. So down on my elbows, and you're just gonna lift the knees up, keeping that back nice and straight. We are not doing this, that is cheating. It's not doing anything for you. Might as well not do it, okay? So nice straight back, 20 to 30 seconds, you're just gonna hold this, and then you rest, take your 60 to 90 second of rest, and then do it again, 20 to 30 seconds. Hold for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and That's it for our plank. We have a bonus round. If you are feeling pretty good in your workout, if you're feeling dead, just end it there. You did the workout, that is all we needed. But if you're feeling good, feel like maybe you have a little bit more in you, some days you will, some days you will not, I want you to add a farmer's carry. This is super, super important, especially for women's health. There's lots of studies that correlate how well people can do farmer's carry, how well people can just like dead hang from a bar, and their longevity. Also with, there's a good correlation between women who can dead hang or do farmer's carries for a long period of time, and they have a lower risk for things like Alzheimer's, dementia, all of those things that we want to avoid. So bonus round is to do farmer's carry. I would do this with the heaviest weight that you can feel comfortable doing, even if it is not the same. I still have my 10-pound dumbbells, but when I normally do this, I'm doing it with a lot more weight, okay? So you're gonna do something that feels really, really heavy. This is gonna be like carrying all your groceries from the car in one trip. And all you're gonna do is 30 to 45 seconds of just walking around with this weight in your hand. You can just walk around your living room. You can walk in circles for all I care. All you're gonna do is just walk. When you pick up and put this heavy weight, you are not going to reach down like this, okay? You're going to damage your back. So what you're gonna do to pick up and put down the weight is another little squat. You just squat down, put the weights down, come back up, okay? To pick up the weights, same thing. My chest stays up, head stays up. I just bend down, pick up those weights, come straight back up, okay? Do not do this. I'm not even doing bad posture. Do not do this to pick up and put down your weight, okay? I want bend in the knee and just straight back up. All right, and then the last thing, I just want to talk about your progression. Every 1 to 2 weeks, you're only going to do one of these things. You can either add 2 to 5 pounds in your dumbbell weight. You could add 1 to 2 more reps per set. So here, like for the goblet squat, we did 3 sets of 8 to 10. Let's say for 1 to 2 weeks, you were doing 8 reps. Now you're gonna try and do it for 10. If you were doing it at 10 reps, you're gonna try and do it for 12. Try not to do more than about 12 reps per set. If possible, if you start to get to 12 reps and you feel like you can still do more, then it's time to add weight. That would be our 2 to 5 pounds. Another thing you could do is add another set. Try not to go more than 5. So instead of doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 goblet squats, you might do 4 sets. And then in a couple of weeks, maybe you do 5 sets. You can do any combination of this. Let's say in 1 to 2 weeks, you decide to add 2 pounds. 2 weeks later, you're feeling really good, so you add an extra 2 reps to each set. Another week later, you're feeling really good, so you add another 5 pounds. And then a month later, maybe you add another set. There is no rush to this, okay? Consistency beats intensity every time. Love you.